Green Zol's Blue Knight, welcome back to Slide 2 Band of Thieves. Previously, we got to a tank and took out some other tanks, which, trust me, is a lot more frustrating than it sounds. And we got some items that make us sound like Neela, which will definitely come in handy for later. Today, we'll be tackling Bentley's job and the final one before the heist, Crypt hack. Of course, here's a clue model, though. Just wanted to point that out very quickly. So as you expect, this is just going to be a session of hacking, which we've already done. There's not much more to it. Well, that's what you would think.
How are you gonna hack the computers down there when they've got no power?
According to General Clawfoot, a mobile energy source is stored at the end of this hallway.
Hallway is a pretty kind term for what looks to me like a complex medieval gauntlet of death.
Yes. Well, while the idea of jumping down a crypt filled with whirling, razor-sharp spikes might scare me, in fact terrorize my every fiber, it's the only way to power up that old computer in the re-education tower. Without that thing online, we'll never get at the Clockwork Eyes or free Carmelita.
You're a good man, Bentley. Just make sure those traps don't rip you into 100 little turtle pieces.
Why'd you have to say that?
Because he cares for you, Bentley. Sly cares for you very, very much. Not to that extent. I hope that's not what you're taking away from that. But, anyways. We just gotta go down this hallway and find a way to... Well, not find a way to do something. Find this mobile source that General Clawfoot has told Bentley. So you see, came down to the General did provide something after all. There was a point to this. But you may recognize the layout of this hall. Well, at least this portion. The swinging axe we got from Sly earlier in Stealing Voices in the last part of this walkthrough. But they're not as easy to get by as Sly, where you just have to climb on one and then jump onto the other side. As you can see, the axes go through a bit of a swing pattern. Just wait for them to sync up, and when they're both swinging at the same time, that's the right time to jump. As you can see, there's a lot of padded ground we can jump on to avoid these spikes. You might be asking yourself, why do we need all of this? Well, that mobile source at the end of this hallway is gonna be pretty helpful for us. Let's just say that. Also, let me just say that getting out of here is gonna be a bit tougher than getting in. Wanna know why? Well, let's have Bentley explain.
Aha! This acid battery should do the trick. Just walk close to the electrode and voila! Prepare to be hacked, you knave!
And so now we have an acid battery with us, which will help us power any nearby terminals. So this first one isn't so hard. You got all these slow moving avatars ready towards you. Gotta take out the barrier. It's all simple stuff, really. In fact, get used to this kind of scenario for our hacking sessions, because this is pretty much the entire hacking minigame in this job. Just be aware of the turret avatar that'll be waiting for you at the end.
I'll get you, Contessa!
Oh, how many times must you say that? It's not going to happen.
I'm dead serious. I'll get you!
I'll get you, I'll get you.
I mean it! I'll get you!
Yes, yes, so I've heard.
That's one down, two to go. I'd better not take any damage while carrying this battery to the other terminals. It is, after all, filled with acid. Okay, ready for another session of hacking mastery.
Now you know where I got that hacking mastery from to close out the last episode. So this is what I mean that getting out will be tougher than getting in. If you take any damage from the while holding the acid battery, then we're pretty much screwed. But fortunately, getting to a terminal will act as a checkpoint. So should you fail, you'll have that to help you. But if you're a bit experienced, the terminal was right there in sight, and I failed. I thought I was safe, but the spike was like, nope, I'm gonna hit you. You're coming to my turf, and now you're
Okay,
dead.
ready for another session of hacking
And yes,
mastery.
Bentley will say that every time you fail, at least after hacking the first terminal. As I was gonna say, if you just pay attention, and if you're a bit experienced in platforming, this isn't really count as platforming, but if you don't be stupid like me and get overconfident, just be careful, know where to jump, and you'll be safe. Okay, so there's a bit of a difference in this hacking minigame, as we have faster moving avatars coming towards us in the form of a Y shape. And I think there might be an extra layer of the barrier, though that might be just me. I think it is. I thought that the last time I was going through this as practice, but I think it was just me. So the same thing as last time. Take out the barrier, avoid the moving avatars, take out the turret, and voila!
Maybe I should approach this through your id instead of your conscious mind. It might help to get around your super ego.
I'm so glad I know what an id and super ego is, because of philosophy class back in high school.
One more computer and I can get out of here.
So now, jumping through these axes you might think it will be a bit more difficult than last time, but no, just do what you did before. Wait for them to sync up, and then jump. Though if you're a split second early or a split second too late, then you're gonna increase your chances of getting hit. Right? Whoa, whoa. That's close. Oh my gosh. That's the thing about the spikes. If you're fast enough, you can jump, but the game will think you still landed on them, which will cause them to come up. That spikes work like that in this game sometimes. Don't ask why, it just does. Here we are, the final terminal. This one's gonna be a lot more different than last time, though. At least the ending part is. You might. It looks the same as before, and now we got faster moving self-destruct avatars, but kamikazes. Yeah, I don't bother looking up the official names of these because they're, in my opinion, very generic. As a matter of fact, a lot of the enemies in this game are pretty generic by name, as well as they were in Slime 1. Well, that's not true, actually. Slime 1, the enemies did have certain names, but there were like only 3 enemy types in that entire game, and the entire franchise too. It's one thing the entire series lacks is variety in enemies. But you see, there's not just one small turret away from us this time. There was that multi-turret avatar, which it took out very easily. So much for being a boss of sorts.
Inspector Fox, why fight it? Don't you want to be my friend?
No, you horrible eight-legged cow! No!
With that old computer powered up, my work here is done. It's time to wage war on the castle, and in the confusion, pull off a heist I've named Operation High Road. First, Murray will take down the spotlights on the main gate with the codes provided by General Clawfoot. Then, with the help of the voice modulator, I'll order Neela's forces to attack. Sly will then paraglide the two of us over to the Contessa's getaway blimp, and we'll use it to get inside her re-education tower. The assault on the castle will undoubtedly draw the Shadow Guards off their post, and if we free Inspector Fox, she's sure to clear out the Contessa. With the Mind Shuffler exposed, I'll plant the Bad Mojo Bomb, and presto! The Clockwork Eyes are ours. So if the two of you are ready, let's take our positions and get this thing started.
All right, Murray. Head for the castle's main gate and power down those searchlights. While you do that, Bentley and I will climb our way up to the top of the castle. Good luck.
So, everything's now in place. We can finally end episode 5 with Operation High Road and make a run for the Clockwork Eyes. But that's gonna be next time. Yes, I know this is a shorter episode than usual, but there's one thing I should have learned from the very start of this Let's Play. The heists themselves can take 20 minutes minimum to go through. So, from here on out, as I should have done from the very beginning, all the heists will have their own videos. So look forward to that. With that being said, I'll see you all for Operation High Road. Until next time, everyone, farewell for now.